I call when I'm trying to get through. Keep me wondering why. When all I can do is sigh. I just want to touch you.
Okay. Okay, this is gonna be the last video I ever talk. Okay, this might be the last video I ever talk about Fabio Jackson. But to anybody in my comments in my other video when I was talking about his reaction to the Michael Jackson biopic, that is who y'all wanted to play in the biopic. That's who y'all wanted to play. I told you, he can't sing, he can't dance or anything.
Oops. Please, can somebody go and help us check on bro and make sure his knees are okay? So this Michael Jackson impersonator by the name Fabio Jackson is presently getting chewed for how he reacted to the trailer of Michael Jackson's biopic. A quick FYI before we get to his reaction to the trailer and why everybody is talking about this right now. His real last name apparently isn't even Jackson. He just took Michael Jackson's last name, Jackson, and he ran with it.
His real name is Fabio James and he's white.
According to information available on Google, he did this because of his strong likeness to Michael, and this has led to his rise in fame as an impersonator. And I'm bringing this up because there are people who actually think that he's related to Michael Jackson and the Jacksons, and I think they think this way because of the Jackson name that he has added to his name. So I thought I should quickly set the record straight at the beginning of this video. But now onto why we are actually here. Now, because of copyright issues, I highly doubt that I'll be able to incorporate in this video the trailer to the Michael Jackson's biopic as he's reacting to it. But here's his reaction to the trailer of the Michael Jackson biopic that has the internet dragging him for filth.
3, 2, 1. Let me quiet that down actually. Hold on guys. Let me quiet that down. Alright, because this is very important. Alright? This is very important. We've waited for so long for this. It's very important.
I know you've been waiting a long time for this. The tracks are made. The songs are ready. Let's take it from the top. Embrace the future. That's what people want.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
Okay, but remember, in here, keep those feet still, my man.
So yeah, that was a very long moment of silence that he had at the end there. For someone who said at the beginning, before he played the trailer, before he started watching it, he said, and I quote, "This is very important. We've waited for so long for this." But he did not look like he was excited after watching it at all. And a lot of people are pointing this out. They're saying he looks disappointed and that he is pissed that he wasn't casted to play the role of Michael Jackson in the biopic.
I'm sorry, I guess. I really don't know what to tell you. It was never gonna be you. You may impersonate him, but you're not him. It makes sense to use somebody that's related to him by blood. Just because you look like him doesn't mean
you could play the role. You still have to have the acting experience to do so, but also, like, just because you impersonate doesn't mean you're automatically gonna get the role. What's crazy is it's like you can't even act butthurt over it. Like, you really can't. Like, you can't be mad over something you were never involved with. Like, you may think it's unimpressive, but it's impressive. You're just mad because you're not him, or that you were even considered. Like, what? It's not your biopic. It's Michael Jackson's. I could say I look like Robert Redford when he was younger. They can make a biopic on him, but I'm not gonna complain about it. It ain't about me. Like, it's who cares? I don't know. I just think it's crazy that you get butthurt over something you were never involved with. That's weird.
You know, I just don't understand why they wouldn't cast me as Michael Jackson, because it's a movie about my life. Like, I am Michael Jackson. I mean, just look at my face, and like, the fact that they didn't even ask me if they could make the movie, first of all, but then they didn't ask if I, had any input on what this film was gonna be like, what the direction of it was. They just made it without me. And then they're saying that I can't sing. I mean, listen, see, that's exactly how that's exactly how I used to sound back in the day. Like, why wouldn't I be cast for this role? And who the hell is Jafar Jackson? I don't know who that is, alright? I'm Michael Jackson. I would know who Jafar Jackson is, alright? Apparently they're saying that's my nephew. Like, I don't understand it. Like, this is just unacceptable. And I'm tired of people saying that I'm not Michael Jackson, alright? Just because the real one died back like 16 years ago, it doesn't mean that I'm still not him. Like, I guess they just don't care about how I feel, because, like, this is some bullshit.
You are not Michael Jackson, bro! This guy was getting emotional watching the trailer for the new Michael Jackson movie. This ain't about you. You ain't him. You're not in the movie.
Q, can you lower the lights for me, please?
That doesn't even sound like him, but I guess whatever.
Keep those feet still, my man.
Yeah, on that part, he should have said,
I don't know why, but this particular video has me dying. So yeah, people have really been going in hard on him. I wish you guys can see the comment section under this video. People have been tearing him apart. A lot of people are telling him to calm the F down and go sit in a corner somewhere, because even after all the work he had done on his face to look like Michael Jackson, he still don't even really look like Michael Jackson like that. That he looks more like Sandra Bullock than he does Michael Jackson. See, the number of Sandra Bullock comments I have read.
I just think it's hilarious that he's like a white guy who's gotten plastic surgery to look like a black guy who ends up wanting to look like Sandra Bullock.
But honestly, I'm a bit confused by the Sandra Bullock comments, because I'm not sure if they mean it as an insult or if they are just stating that he looks like her. And to be clear, the only reason why I even brought this up is because you guys know me. Whenever I'm bringing a gist, I always like to give you guys all the info I have on what the conversation around said gist is. And that's why I'm even mentioning this at all. But let's get back to the video. After the backlash that he got, Fabio did make a follow-up video sharing his surprise at how people are reacting to his reaction to the trailer. And
so
this was what he
about
said in that video.
My reaction to the Michael biopic. And it kind of seems surprising to me that so many people didn't know who was going to play the main role. I knew this 2 years ago, and so did everybody. Like, if you didn't know, then you were living under a rock. It's hard to say anything at the present moment, because all we got was glimpses. All we got was silhouettes. All we got was short shots, and all we got was bouquet effect, It's not enough to say anything. But I will be saying that the best part, as you saw my reaction, was when I heard the voice. When I heard it, then that's when it became real to me. And it was like, whoa, something could be very potential here. And it was when Jafar said, Q, can you turn down the lights, please? That was the best part, I thought. And then you can see my reaction. I'm sorry if I don't react like your casual, normal YouTuber, streamer, or Twitch streamer, or whatever. They be hyping that thing. just for views. Me, I am very real about things, okay? I took it in and then I reflect in a different way. I'm just that type of person, you know? Doesn't mean that I am angry, doesn't mean that I am jealous, doesn't mean anything. It really just means that I just show appreciation in a different level. I'm not going to be ambitious about any movie at all in today's age, you know? I'm not. And even though Michael, Biopic for me is probably going to be one of the best movies out there, you know, I still think that it's good to keep your expectations down in everything that we watch, you know? There has been very big downs out there, you know, a lot of letdowns. And I think that this year could be one of them or not. We never know. So it's hard to say anything.
But then later on, he was on a live where he spoke about the biopic again. But this time around, the things he said on the live kind of contradicted everything he said in the previous video you just saw.
I haven't been myself lately, because
You talking about the Michael Jackson movie or what?
yeah, talking about that. That would excite me a lot. But I guess it came in the wrong time because I'm sick and I don't feel good at all. So I'm just like pretty empty on feelings right now. Same for when my wife just came here and said that my stepson made it to soccer league semifinals. And I was like, oh wow, I wasn't impressed. Like
Are you just like numb to certain stuff or what?
Huh?
You just like numb like to certain stuff?
Yeah,
or?
I'm numb now. I'm numb. I had a panic attack like recently. I don't have time at all for being excited for something that's not going to be beneficial at all to anything that I do.
Not to crack jokes or anything, because this is obviously a man that it seems like he's going through something. But, my brain is going to do what my brain is going to do sometimes. I can't help it. When I heard him say that he's not being himself lately, I was like, you think? You think lately? Man, you have not been yourself for a very, very, very long time now, because you have spent all of these years trying to be someone else. Like, I don't even know if this man remembers what it's like or knows what it's like to actually truly 100% be himself anymore, because it's like so far removed from himself at this point. It's like, where would he even start from to find himself? And I know that's not what he meant when he said that, but I could not help but think about how damaging maybe this whole impersonating thing can be for an individual who chooses to live their life like this, and how, of course, yes, it most certainly can get you to this point where you are maybe depressed. I'm not saying he's depressed, because I don't know what he's dealing with mentally, right? But how the extent at which you deciding to throw your own self away, throw your own person away, and pick up someone else's personality and life and character and mannerisms and all of this stuff, like, it definitely would do something to an individual. And to be clear, even though personally I cannot wrap my brain around the whole concept of impersonating someone else, I want to be clear, this is not me judging this individual, because I'm not a judgmental person. But I just can't help but feel sad whenever I see people like this who throw themselves away, their person away, so they can impersonate someone else. Like, it's just very sad to watch. And the contradiction, at least for me, you guys let me know if you see it differently. But in this live, he said that he wasn't excited basically because he's not going to be excited about something that doesn't benefit him. This is me paraphrasing, by the way. But then in the video before this video, he said that, paraphrasing again, that he did not want to get, too over himself and speak on the trailer, because we don't have that much to work with at the moment, so he does not want to speak too early. And then there was what he said in the initial video where he was reacting to the trailer, and I quote, "This is important. We've been waiting for so long for this." So I'm like, which one is it then? How do you truly feel about this biopic? Because you are kind of all over the place, man. There are discrepancies in in your feelings about this biopic. And these are points that people are raising up that I'm sharing with you guys. And not to mention that this individual also told us that he did not get excited when his wife came to tell him about his stepson's accomplishments when it comes to football and how far he's going, right? And for me personally, that was a red flag. I'm not going to lie, because you also have to remember once again that this person said that he don't get excited over stuff that don't benefit him. So like, what exactly are you saying? That because your son's accomplishments or how far he's gone or he's going when it comes to football is not going to benefit you, you are not excited? So I'm just like, it's just weird. The whole situation is weird. It's coming off like someone who's very, like, very self-centered, and he wants everything to revolve around him, and if it's not about him, he doesn't care. And it's not just a good look at all, honestly. I think this particular life just made the situation worse for him. But maybe I'm reading too much into the situation. I don't know. Maybe I'm seeing it differently than it actually is. So you guys will let me know down below in the comment section how you see it.
You don't even talk about you're not oppressed, bitch. We're not oppressed. With a name like Fabio, bitch, you're supposed to eat down. You're supposed to be able to sing. You're supposed to be able to dance. All that, bitch. You ain't doing nothing but sitting down in that mother gaming chair. You ain't play the game. Michael Jackson had boots on the ground. He was not sitting in his room doing reaction videos. You are not Jackson. Fabio, I want you to take a sip of a Pepsi, put on a black glove, and snap 3 times. Do you see sparkles and glimmers around you? No, bitch, you're not Michael. You are very ill in the brain. Bitch. You do not look like Michael Jackson. You look like Squidward Jackson. You look like Sandra Bullet Train. Bitch, your sharp-ass nose.
But before ending this video, I want to share with you guys a particular clip of him from 2024. I believe that clip is from, if I'm not mistaken, that has resurfaced again and has people talking about how he reacted to another impersonator that he met on the streets.
There's so much going on in this video already. First of all, we have 2 Michael Jackson impersonators. One is entertaining the crowd, the other is walking up to the other impersonator, giving off the impression like he's actually Michael Jackson with his body language and his nod of approval and pointing at him saying, oh yeah, there you go, right there. There he is. He's just like me. The other impersonator who's impersonating the original Michael that's not there. And second of all, we have this guy right here. He can't believe his eyes. He's either like, there's actually 2 Michael Jacksons, or is that literally Michael Jackson? He can't believe it. I think it was time for him to put that drink down and go home after that. I think he has too much.
Funniest part about Fabio Jackson is not only that he thinks he's MJ, but his real name is Fabio James, and he's white. And still, some of you actually believe that he should have been playing MJ, bro, and you got him believing it too. We love MJ impersonators in the MJ community because they keep MJ spirit alive and just spreads it everywhere. But bro, this guy has to be the #1 guy that truly believes that he is Michael Jackson. Everybody on the planet loved this trailer and was having a great time, especially MJ impersonators, because that's literally their thing. They're going to be more popular now because MJ's finally getting a movie. But instead of being happy that MJ's finally going to be put on the big screen, this man had his whole face the whole exact time. But when he's outside looking at other MJ impersonators, this is what he does. He smiles, he's happy because he actually like, wow, they're actually impersonating me, they're doing a great job. But honestly, you gotta give him props though, because he did something that nobody in the MJ fandom can do, which is bring people that love MJ, hate MJ, and like MJ all together to just hate on him. I don't want to hate on this guy because I personally don't know him at all, but if you're the #1 impersonator of MJ on social media by far, and everyone's excited to see your reaction, and this is the freaking face you make, you honestly probably deserve all the hate.
So yeah, that's basically what's going on at the moment with the Fabio and the Michael Jackson biopic reaction situation. To say people are not pleased with him at the moment is an understatement. There are even people dropping comments like he's being delusional, even if they needed someone who's not Michael's family member to play the role. There's no way they're going to pick him, a white guy, because the era of Michael that they are focusing on in the biopic is when Michael was still, melanated. So yeah, that's that for that. But what are your thoughts? Let's continue this conversation down below in the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. I'll be catching you in the next one.
I guarantee you Michael Jackson did not leave you in charge. There is no need for you to be watching the new trailer and to be getting emotional about it. The movie isn't about you. We are way too deep in character at this point. We are going too far. I don't know if this guy actually believes if he's Michael or not. Honestly, when you look at it, he doesn't even look like Michael Jackson that much. Sure, maybe the jawline, but that's about it. Everything else is added on.